Queen. Man, we getting into the classic shit. We're getting into that classic Queen now. This is that shit. Because everyone always say Night at the Opera is their first classic. I disagree heavily. But I'm saying I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so what's happening this week? So the first discography breakdown is going to be next week. And it's artists that I feel like me and Troy are going to have the similar opinions on the albums and shit.
We
You said what?
say we ain't we not gonna have a similar opinion.
What you mean?
Hey, you might like more Queen albums than I do.
I'm not talking about Queen. I'm talking about Wale.
Oh Lord. We need to have that motherfucker on here so he could bitch and complain about why people don't respect him.
All right. I'm trying to find a good rock album I can do on this day. Jesus is just all right with me.
Mike, what's up?
What's up, Mike? Hey, I ain't gonna fall asleep this time, Mike. I'm gonna be wide awake. All right. Oh yeah, Sam. I gotta catch up on Kurt. I saw some of the final season so far. I'm not really feeling it. I'm gonna be real with you. I like Larry Dave. I'm just like, if this is the final season, man, you gotta end up with a bang than this, cause. Oh, you said, yeah, man. I got some CDs too. I might get some vinyls this week, but I've been having some issues with my car, which I might get everything done hopefully by tomorrow and the third to Tuesday, because I get paid this week. And there's this one particular vinyl I've been trying to fucking get. Ray Sean, what's goody, motherfucker? You're going to be on the Shia show tomorrow?
Yep.
Cool. I might slide through.
Didn't she say she wanted this day? Or was that the other day?
That's the other day, but I'm not gonna reveal that part until she does. To be real with you.
Whatever day she had.
Yeah, because we always bring the excitement.
Yep.
Yo, these motherfuckers keep hyping up this Michael Jackson movie. This shit turns out ass, man.
Right? That shit better be good.
If I see this Michael Jackson would just cast such and such person, I'm gonna be like, okay, nigga, just drop the movie already at this point.
Jafar better have a Oscar winning performance for next year Oscars.
Right.
That's all I know. They hyping this shit up. That's that you better get an Oscar, nigga.
You know, I can't find a rock album. I'll just do a hip hop album. Right, cause fucking what's his name? Jafar Jackson.
Yep.
They talking about, oh, he looks like Michael. Okay, you can look like a motherfucker, but can
Yeah.
you act like the motherfucker?
And he danced like him. Probably not.
Exactly.
You know, nobody was dancing like Michael.
Well, I found a good album. Oh, okay. For March 10th, I'm gonna do this one for March 10th. I got one for March 11th later on when we do the Freeway album. Cool. It's been a good minute since I mentioned this rapper too. Okay. You know what? One movie that recently came to my mind recently that no one talks about? Blue Hill Avenue. What you know about that movie?
Never saw it.
What?
Never saw
Oh
it.
man, this was Power before Power. Honestly,
Oh boy. That means it wasn't good.
it stars Alan Payne. He's a
Oh Lord.
gangster that tries to do better with his life.
Green money? Oh God. Why are
No,
you
but
doing
no
this,
lie,
Father?
this is really a good ass movie, man. This movie is one of the most underrated gangster movies ever. It's it's pretty much Power before Power.
Hmm. But maybe they should throw him on Power then.
Maybe so. Maybe on Raising Canaan.
Yeah. Oh man.
And have Marvin be like, "Don't this nigga look like the nigga from New Jack City?"
Yeah.
I might want to talk about that movie one day.
Of course he would. And the question is, where can we find it, Reg? Is it on Tubi?
Last time I checked, it was on Tubi. Yeah.
The ghetto black app. Everything, the way they put everything on there. All hood movies go there to die. You want to see a hood movie with Black Rob and AZ? They got it.
Hey yo, catch my next movie on Tubi, yo.
Right? Right? You want to see
Yo.
Sticky Fingers in the film? They got it.
You wanna see Susan Lucci playing a mobster? They got it.
Oh,
you wanna
Lord.
see Pras and Ja Rule act? They got it.
No.
Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Pras can barely rhyme, let alone act.
You said what?
I said Pras can barely rhyme, let alone act.
Shit. I'm gonna put something in the bathroom right quick.
Hollywood was like, yo, let me just give. They were just giving niggas a movie. They did not care. Let's put anybody in it. They're gonna watch it.
I think like when the late '90s happened, black movies, black cinema was just like, oh, you're a rapper, you just dropped a debut album, congratulations.
This is why the Oscars didn't take it seriously, because we had niggas like Black Rob and AZ in movies and shit. Oscars was like, nah, we're gonna overlook the colors. Yeah.
What is a Black Rob movie you talking about, man?
It's I forgot the name of that shit. He have a cameo, him and AZ. They got a cameo in this hood film.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because rappers,
You know.
see, it starts off like this.
Right.
Rappers at that time, they started off with cameos, right? Then they started off being on a black TV show, and then they started off being in the movie. But this time, let's make them like the stupid sidekick to show to appeal to the kids.
The regular hood film dude comes out of jail and goes back on the street selling drugs and
right.
You got the token black.
Don't forget the
token black female. You got the token black female in the joint. She's the eye candy of the film, but she hasn't done nothing good. No good movies.
Day by day, I wonder how I got my. They call that nigga. Right.
Yeah.
They call that nigga.
You know how many hood films they got like that?
He was the toughest nigga in our hood. Mean, black, and just don't give a fuck. See that shorty right there? Yeah, that's my shorty.
The dialogue is bad. The cinematography.
Because every
The
time,
cinematography is bad.
right,
You know, the acting is
fucking fake
bad. It's
ass
like,
menace
oh
to
god,
society narration.
yeah.
Oh, don't forget this scene. Don't forget this narration. Man,
Hmm.
when he gave me that look, I wanted to slap the shit out of him at that point.
Yeah,
Fuck that
yeah,
nigga. Fuck that bitch ass.
yeah. It's like state property bad.
You
Pretty
know what?
bad.
I'm not gonna lie. State property, man. It started a lot of those trends. I ain't gonna hold
State,
you.
state property on screen was 4K before 4K. That's how bad the cinematography
Right,
was.
right.
The niggas look like they filmed the movie with a camcorder.
But that's what see, and I always say this. I always say state property was trying so hard to be like fucking Juice. Not Juice, Belly.
Mm. I don't know what it was trying to be. It wasn't good. I remember going to see that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck did I just pay money to see? Like Jay and Dame really promoting this shit. This shit is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like a movie company actually distributing this film. That shit should have been straight to DVD. Nike, you're not missing nothing. They have no good actors in that. All the actors are rappers. Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, Jay got a couple cameos in that. State
And
property, like it was bad. It was
the
bad.
gag was Jay Z was the best actor out of all them motherfuckers. That was a gag.
That was acting. That nigga was in the car the whole time. That was acting.
He was acting like he was interested in this movie.
They had the chick that played Beanie Siegel's shorty. She was on Love and Hip Hop.
Of
I was
course.
like, bro, this shit was bad, yo. And niggas and they put that shit in the theaters. That's it. For somehow they put that shit in the theaters. They were like, yo, people gonna go see this. You know what I mean? That shit with the soundtrack better. The soundtrack is better than the movie. That's the soundtrack that's better than the film.
Yes.
I'm like,
I'm
and they
about to
made a
start like
part two. They made a part two. They said, yo, we gotta include Dipset. Why? Who asked for that?
because those were Dame's boys. Those were Dame's boys.
That shit was
Dame's
just as
boys.
bad. That shit was just as bad.
Dame's boy. They should have renamed themselves from Dipset to Dame's boys. Dame's boys.
Bro. Beanie
Anyway,
Siegel didn't have to act because that's how he really was in real life. He wasn't acting.
right,
That
right.
nigga, how many gun charges did he get at that time? He was catching like mad cases.
No, what was that? What was that face that motherfucker used to do?
Like,
Hold on.
get down or lay down. And he shot the nigga in his hand. He was like, roll up.
That was a straight rip off of
That,
when DMX told that motherfucker, strip
that
nigga.
that's probably like the real gun that he actually used in a case. So like he wasn't acting. You know that
I
that's
was
how Jay
thinking,
Jay was. I remember Jay was trying to groom him as a businessman, and Beans was just for the streets. Like you just getting in mad trouble.
when we do the Beanie Siegel shit, let's talk about
Wow.
state property in the movie.
A brief. I'm not even watching that shit again. That's gonna be like a brief review because that shit is bad. I'm not watching that shit again.
Because
You know what
I
I'm
really
saying?
want to talk about the soundtrack. Well, we're just
The
gonna watch the
soundtrack is
first
better.
one and
We
talk
you,
about.
you better off talking about
Yeah.
the two state property albums.
Okay, cool. We can do that. I'm down because we can do the double state property albums and the double bad beating albums and shit. We'll talk about it because
Oh wow.
niggas be lurking. I
That
want to get beat. I
that
want to get beat.
that nigga
You said
had
what?
he had the state property clothing line. He had his label, and he was like, and Jay was trying to groom him, and he just wanted to be for the streets. He just had like mad cases and shit. I think that's the real reason why him and Jay didn't work out because Jay was trying to groom him, and he was just like all out there.
You're right about that.
You know, I
You're definitely
remember
right.
seeing the state property clothing line in stores and shit. Dr. J used to sell that shit, and that nigga was just out there wilding out.
All right. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
Damn, I didn't even realize I already shared this show. Well, fuck it. What's up, you two? How y'all doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. You know what I'm saying? Smooth motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hardest working nigga in YouTube. Got my homeboy light skinned Jordan Strawberry the gangster. Oh, excuse me,
Yo,
Strawberry the jiggler.
yes.
Instead of that.
Pull up, please.
Yes. So on March 10th, this album came out. Oh, you already got it. Whatever.
We did a review on this a couple years ago.
Yes. Yes, we did.
It was Wu-Tang Wednesdays. I got to bring that shit back, and we got to discuss some underrated Wu-Tang joints.
Yeah, because I still got to talk about the 2002 onward Wu albums and shit too. So
yeah,
the ones you want to avoid.
Hey, diagrams you could talk about. I didn't care for that Better Tomorrow shit.
Oh, I think I'm not.
No,
that's gonna be eons. I was talking about like the solo albums, like Lex Diamond Story, all that shit. It's just I do like some Wu albums. I take a little break to do more Wu albums and shit.
Right,
right. But I got some Wu cooking up in the oven right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Killer Priest, Heavy Mental. This is like one of the best Wu affiliate albums. And you know how I always say the affiliate albums kind of save the second wave? This is a prime example of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This album is known for shit like One Step with Takitha and Hellraiser, Tai Chi, Adams to Adam, Wisdom, Bible, which you guys should remember, he actually appeared on Liquid Swords, the GZA album, on his song, because GZA had a song called Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. So I guess he did his own version. Kind of like how Alicia Keys did her own version of Empire State of Mind and stuff like that too. So other than that, this is a classic album. In my personal opinion, this album and Capadonna's The Pillage album, man, fire. You know what I'm saying? Any thoughts on this record?
Classic. Definitely the Killer Bees, the Killer Bee affiliates, they saved Wu-Tang when the Clan was coming out with crap. And it was artists like Killer Priest and Sons of Man, Shaheem, that was coming out with fire for that whole group. You know what I'm saying? And this is definitely a classic album. To me, it's still his best album. Like I've heard his other albums, but they don't compare to this one. And having joints like Fake MCs and Cross My Heart, and the title track, Bible joint, is just great production, and Killer Priest is like, you got to really pay attention to his lyrics, because he says a lot of deep shit in his bars, and I'm still waiting for him to drop an album close to this. I don't think he hasn't done it yet, but I would love to see him get back in the studio with Mathematics or Bronze Nazareth and drop some heat.
Facts. I gotta get my hands on the Elizabeth album though. That shit's hard to come by.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one. I heard the other joints. Was it Black Messiah? Not Black Messiah. I forgot what it was called. Like, there's like two other joints I heard from him, but they don't compare to this one though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Not compared to Capadonna, his shit is still quality. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. His shit is better than Cap. Cap albums to me. The Pillage and the joint he did with Stu Bangers that came out like year before last.
I still have to get that one.
I didn't like that sophomore album we talked about was terrible.
Oh heck. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end.
The beginning of the gang? That was like it should have been called the Whack and the Crap. It was garbage.
All right. Without further ado, let's talk about the Queen album, The Sheer Heart Attack. This album came out 1974, November 8th to be exact. It was produced by Roy Thomas Baker and Queen themselves. Queen consists of members Freddie Mercury, Brian May, John Deacon, and Roger Tyler. It came out with singles such as Killer Queen, Flick of the Wrist, and Now I'm Here. So yeah, we talked about their first two albums last week, Queen 1 and Queen 2, which I felt like they were pretty solid albums in their own right. So after the release of Queen 2, they actually started touring in the USA as a support act for Mott the Hoople, which were like a progressive kind of group. I wasn't really a big fan of them, but yeah. And not only was the tour successful and everything like that too, but they actually became pretty much friends up until the end of their career. But tragedy happened and stuff like that when Brian May he collapsed on stage and pretty much it became clear that he had hepatitis and pretty much that it was said that he got hepatitis from a contaminated needle while he was doing vaccinations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much was mostly in the hospital while Queen was working on this album. He didn't really start his work while midway through the recording process. Like he would just overdub some guitar work and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So with this album right here, they pretty much was like going away from their progressive rock roots and coming into that classic Queen sound that one knows from them and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fans have often said that this was really like their beginning of their classic period and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because this one got them a lot more international success when it came to the USA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you said what?
This album?
Yeah. Yeah, it got more international success and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the album cover right here. I'm not gonna hold you. I never really liked this album cover, to be real with you. I think they were just like, yeah, let's fuck it. Let's just lay down and shit like that and do some weird
Look like
shit.
they're having an orgy.
I
There'll be
ain't
some woman on
saying
that
shit.
cover, man.
Right.
You know.
By the way, Lashia said let her know what time for the 28th. I told her I gotta see my work schedule and shit first.
I'll be there. Whenever time she going,
Yeah.
she
Definitely. All right. So pretty much this album has like 13 tracks. We're gonna get started with the first track called Brighton Rock. Very dope song that was written by Brian May. He also does co-vocals with Freddie Mercury. You know what I'm saying? Already from the get-go, this song was definitely a much more looser, more melodic kind of sound compared to like the earlier albums and shit. Brian May gave one of his best solos on this record. You know what I'm saying? And the heavy guitar definitely added like a lot of multiple echoes for a short section of that solo, which was what made it give it that cinematic approach and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much tells a story about these two people by the name of Jenny and Jimmy who met at Brighton while they were like vacationing and some shit and stuff like that. And they ended up having to lose time because Jenny, she does not want her mom knowing that she's about to get it in. And then Jimmy was just eager we wanted us to get it in and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this one was a pretty dope track. One of my favorites off the album.
I like the beat. The guitar solo was like the standout on the song for me.
Right.
You know, had more of a faster pace.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right. Next song we got is called Killer Queen. This is probably one of this band's first beloved songs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows that song, that piano riff. She's a killer queen. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much it's a song pretty much about a prostitute. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Just prostitute. Or as they used to call back in the day, call girls and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? You said what? That part too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one right here was pretty cool. You know, I don't love it as much as other fans do because I know a lot of fans go crazy over this song, especially when they go into karaoke and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I like it for what it is.
That shit sound like a Broadway musical.
Right.
You know, yeah, I didn't care for this. Too much singing and too much Broadway shit I'm hearing.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong
Shit,
with
just
it.
make the shit a music. Like why didn't they do that? I'm pretty sure Freddie probably had that idea in his head. Like, yo, we gotta do a Broadway musical album or something. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
get into that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
but they would have been great at
Yeah,
it.
man.
They were doing that shit. Like Bohemian Rhapsody, that's like a Broadway musical. When you hear that shit,
Bohemian Rhapsody was EP on itself. To be real with you.
Mhm.
Anyway, um, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Killer Queen took me a while to really appreciate too. So I definitely understand why you don't really feel some kind of way about that shit. Track number 3, Tenement Funster. So this was sung and written by Ross Taylor. No, it's kind of crazy. This song, when I first heard this record, it kind of had like a very proto alternative feel to it, especially like with the vocals and everything. And it kind of gives me like Queen never really got that props, especially as like a pioneering for like the alternative rock kind of sound, especially when it came to like a lot of how the vocal stylings are. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So this song is pretty much like the beginning of the medley, excuse me, on this album because you know what I'm saying. Ever since the Beatles came out with that medley for Abbey Road, a lot of rock artists, most specifically progressive rock, want to have medleys on their own and shit. From Pink Floyd to Yes, you know what I'm saying. With this song, it's pretty much just talking about rebellion and teenage youth and shit like that too. Kind of something you might hear from a Who album and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Little trivia: John Deacon actually plays the acoustic guitar on this song as well too. So that's something very noteworthy. You know, this one was pretty dope. I like this one.
It's really dope. I love the guitars on it. You know, you got Freddie, saying I like the good things in life, but most of the best things ain't free. And the same situation just cuts like the knife when you're young and you're poor and you're crazy. I love those lyrics, and this was dope. This was a dope track for me.
Right. Next song, Flick of the Wrist. So from what I looked up, this song was actually apparently aimed at their former manager. Legend has it and stuff like that too, just based on sources. And it's pretty kind of, it's like a funny kind of track though. You know what I'm saying? This one was okay. Not really one of my favorites from the melody, but it was pretty okay and stuff like that. I like that line where Freddie says, "Intoxicate your brain with what I'm saying. If not, you'll lie in knee-deep trouble. Prostitute yourself," he says. "Castrate your human pride. Sacrifice your leisure days. Let me squeeze you till you dried." Definitely a very fire line right there. But yeah, this was a pretty decent track.
Yeah, nice beat, nice piano chords on it, the guitars, was dope.
Yes. All right. Next track is "Lily of the Valley." This is just simply a piano song and Freddie on the vocals. And it kind of kills me that Freddie never came out with just a piano and vocal album. 'Cause this is definitely one of the. Because I feel like Freddie definitely excels well when it comes to him playing the piano and just singing. Especially because people always want to talk about um "We Are the Champions" and stuff like that too. But even on this song right here, it's definitely very, very, very dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fire vocals from Freddie Mercury and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, very, very, very solid song.
Rock ballad, very short track. You have piano chords in it. Freddie saying, "I lie in wait with open eyes. I carry on through stormy skies." It was cool.
Definitely. Next track, "Now I'm Here." This is another song that kind of reminds me of the Who a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like their aggressive guitars, ascending vocals and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This is actually written by Brian May while he was in the hospital for hepatitis and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And Brian May actually plays the piano on this track. And this song was actually written in tribute to Mott the Hoople after they were touring with one another and shit like that too. So very, very, very dope song. I love it.
Now I'm here with hepatitis.
I'm weak.
Nice, nice beat, nice, guitar play on here was good. You know,
Right. Yeah, very dope track. Now, in the lap of the gods. Oh my god. This is like my favorite track off the medley right here.
same,
You know what
same.
I'm saying? This reminds me of the Beatles song from Abbey Road. What's the song called? Because, a song, very, very sinister kind of song. And just, like the cinematic vocals, him and Roger Taylor did his thing. A little trivia. A lot of people think that, Freddie was the one doing some of the higher notes, but Roger Taylor was actually doing a lot of the falsettoing on this track right here too. And these are some of the highest vocals they've done on a Queen album to this day and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually my second favorite track on this album.
Fire. This is the best track on here to me. This is my favorite track on here. I love the beat
Yes.
and the pianos on it. Just the singing by Freddie. It's good.
Very good song. Now my favorite track off this album, Stone Cold Crazy. This song right here, this was thrash metal before thrash metal, in my personal opinion. My favorite song off this album and my second favorite Queen song, period. This is a song I always play fans whenever they say, "Oh, Queen wasn't a hard rock group. Queen only did like Broadway musicals." Shut the fuck up and listen to this record right here. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much referencing Al Capone Gangsters, that some of the heaviest guitar work from Brian May, the distortion and the bassing of the drumming, the lyrics. Man, let me read you some of these lyrics. Sleeping very soundly on a Saturday morning, I was dreaming I was Al Capone. There's a rumor going around, gotta clear out the town. Yeah, I'm smelling like dry fish bone. Here comes the law. They're gonna break down the door, gonna carry me away once more. Never, never, never get anymore. Gotta get away from this stone cold floor. Crazy. Stone cold crazy, But then my 40 says, walking down the street, shooting people that I meet with my rubber time, got a gun. Here come the deputies, gonna come got me. I'm fucking it up. I gotta get me up and run. They're kind of sirens loose. I ran right out the Jews. They're gonna put me in a cell if I can't go to heaven. Will they let me go to hell? I mean, this nigga was basically rapping on this song. Let's
Yeah, yeah,
This nigga was basically rapping on this song and shit.
yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I
Mm.
say it's like a thrash metal song, but guess who also covered this record and won a Grammy for it?
Who's that?
Metallica.
Oh wow. Your group.
Yeah, right. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm I'm a diehard Metallica fan, but that cover was good, but it wasn't great. And they won a Grammy for that. I was like, I'm not mad, but why couldn't they give the Grammy to the original? Come on now.
They ain't
You know
like
what
it
I'm
enough.
saying? But right. So at that time, that was like when Metallica was really getting that mainstream popularity. I was like before the Black Album even came out, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they did it for like the 40th anniversary of Atlantic Records compilation and shit like that too. But yeah, man. But anyway, back to the original. This song right here is very dope, and it's kind of crazy because they really only performed this shit live in the 70s, like from 74 to 78. You know what I'm saying? I guess they kind of stopped doing it because Freddie. I guess he couldn't always like rap, sing that fast and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain songs like certain rock artists they would try to perform that live one or two times, and they will just say yeah, because like the technology in the studio sometimes can't replicate live. Prime example, Led Zeppelin when they did that song "In My Time of Dying" from Physical Graffiti, which is a very dope song. I think they try to do that shit live, but they never really got it right and stuff like that too. So this is definitely a fire track. My second favorite Queen song.
Yeah, it was cool. Like the fast paced track, like the beat.
Yeah, that beat, man. Shit. Fire, fire, fire. All right. Next song is Dear Friends. Um this one was like a lullaby. I ain't gonna hold you. This one's probably my least favorite song on this album. You know what I'm saying? It's like the second shortest track at 1 minute and 8 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So, I like a short track here and there, but I could have done without this one. And also, Def Leppard also covered this song too. So that's some trivia for y'all.
A lot of short tracks on here. You know, this is short. You had some singing, some pianos.
You said what?
Said you got some singing on here, some piano playing.
Right. All right. Track number 10, Misfire. One of the more bouncier songs off this album that was written by John Deacon. You know what I'm saying? Another short track right here. This song's pretty much about sex and whatnot, just being real with you. And John Deacon always used to write a lot of songs. His songwriting really excelled more into the latter Queen albums and shit like that too. But this was pretty good. I felt like Brian May's guitar kind of elevated the song as well too. So yeah.
Sounds like country rock, a short country rock song. You know, with the guitars and the beat.
Yeah, you're right about that. It does have like a country feel to it. Yeah, Queen just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna do every genre on shit." They said, "Fuck it."
Right.
Um, Track number 11, "Bring Back That Leroy Brown." So this song is pretty much like a reference to the song "Bad, Bad Leroy Brown, Baddest Man in the Whole Damn Town." That was sung by Jim Croce, who actually passed away a year before that album. The shit Heart Attack album came out from a plane crash. Yeah, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But adding their own twist to it and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, it has a 50s feel. When I first heard this track, I didn't really know what to really think about it. But re-listening to it a couple of times, I was like, you know what? I would kind of expect this from them because Queen always does the unpredictable and shit like that too. So this was pretty dope. This was pretty alright.
It sounds like something from a comedy sketch.
Right.
You know, like a comedy sketch type of sound.
Yeah, you're right about that. It does have like a comedy kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
All right, next song. She Makes Me, Stormtrooper and the Stilettos. Um, Another very dope song. I love the beat to this one. This was actually sung by Brian May. Him and John Deacon are playing acoustic guitars on this one. You know what I'm saying? Very quirky lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's in love with this chick, but at the same time he's jealous of this chick. From what I looked up, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those weird songs and stuff like that too. But the girl, shut the fuck up. Sorry about that. Stupid ass. But at the same time too, the girl is like pretty much see you know what to him. And if you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean and shit. And she just, but at the same time, he loves the fact that she's cool to him. Queen always had a lot of weird love songs, which we'll talk more about that in the
Right.
albums to come. And this is one of the more weirder love songs. But you know what? It is what it is, bro. You got
How you
you
jealous of
got it,
somebody
man.
you love? I don't understand
Cause like the lyrics, like I'm gonna pull up some of the lyrics though. Hold on, but I'm gonna let you say your thoughts while I pull up the lyrics.
I thought it was cool, you know. It's a rock ballad. You know, had a nice beat, you know, nice guitar playing.
Yeah, cause he had a line where he says, "I know I'm jealous of her. She makes me need. She is my love. She is my love." You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know. It's just one of those weird songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one thing I've always liked about Queen was that each member definitely showed his songwriting talents and whatnot too. But at the same time, it's not always as straightforward because I feel like each album, each artist had their different songwriting vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Which we'll talk more about that next week. But this is definitely one of the more weirder Queen songs. But I'm just like, you got it, bro. Because remember, this is the same nigga that wrote a song about how his parents confused him for a girl and shit like that, or they wanted a girl, so
Right.
they made him act like a. Oh,
Right.
okay.
But that story was about Brian though, right?
Yeah, and Brian wrote that shit. Yeah.
Right. He should have. He should have sang in this thing. Who's the girl here?
Uh,
Is Freddie or Brian?
I don't know. In the last track, in the Lap of Gods Revisited, which is pretty much a medley, a reprise of the Lap of Gods. Pretty solid song. I like it.
It was cool. I don't feel like they needed a revisited. The first one was good.
I agree. I feel like the first one was just the solid one.
This
You
was
know what I'm
like a
saying?
remix without Diddy on it.
And here he comes. Alright. Overall, this is a classic album in my opinion. I feel like this album they showed why they're the band that people love today from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, like the album definitely, I would say like the album was really like their best. See, that's the thing because it's like a hard rock album, but at the same time, you can also call it like a glam rock album as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because this was released around a time when like David Bowie was doing his thing, and then you had like the New York Dolls and stuff like that too. But it showed that glam rock can really be like an art form. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, very, very, very dope track, dope album. You know what I'm saying? I do admit the second half of the album kind of has a bit shorter songs compared to the first half, but that does not mean it's all bad. I will give this album a 4.5 out of 5.
There's some good songs I like. I like Lap of the Gods is my favorite. Brighton Rock, She Makes Me, Tenement, Fun Stuff. It had a couple of short songs. I like the first album better than this one though. I think the first album was
Same.
great. I'm gonna give this the 3.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see what you're saying though. I definitely see what you're saying and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this was pretty much a transitional album for the group. But when they come out with Night at the Opera for the next album, boy, y'all ain't ready for that review.
That's when they really hit their strides and
Yeah, y'all ain't ready.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready for that review now. Y'all ain't ready. I pull out my vinyl, I get my shit ready together. Shit, boy.
sign it up.
Yes. Can't wait for Night at the Opera. I can't wait for News of the World. I definitely can't wait. I definitely can't wait when we talk about Hot Space. I can't. That album, one of the albums that influenced Thriller. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Also, too, and I want to ask you: do you want to? Because I want to talk about the Flash. I'm talking about the Flash Gordon soundtrack. Do you want to? Have you seen it? Because I've never seen the movie.
No, yeah, I saw the movie when I was little back in the day, and then I watched it again. Maybe like I think during the pandemic I saw it again because it was on Netflix at one point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and yeah, that was like a underrated. I don't even know what the hell you call it.
Superhero.
Sci-fi. I don't want to say sci-fi. It was underrated to me though. Like this movies like that when you have movies like that could have had like a comic book with it, and like Jason and the Argonauts and Clash of the Titans. I loved all those type of films. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, Queen did the soundtrack for that. That iconic Flash Gordon theme. Everybody should know that.
Gordon, yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so we can talk about the movie when we talk about the soundtrack then.
Flash Gordon, man, come on. You never seen the
Okay,
movie
so
for that?
nah, because
They gotta
you know
they
how I
gotta
got
have
into
it
the
on
movie?
streaming. Huh?
It is in streaming, but you know
Yeah.
how I got into the movie?
Uh-huh.
That movie Ted.
Oh yeah,
Ted.
Ted. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I knew about Flash Gordon. But then when I heard Queen did the soundtrack, I'm
Mhm.
like, because I heard the soundtrack, of course, but
Right.
I've never seen the movie.
Did you see the Ted streaming series or no?
Not, I do plan on seeing it. I've
Uh,
heard good reviews of it. I
that shit was
heard.
funny.
Okay. See,
That
if
shit
you
was
say it's
funny.
funny, then
It
if you
was
say
it
it's
was
funny,
it's like a prequel, like the cast, because like he was with like another family before he met like Mark Wahlberg's character.
yeah,
But there's like one of those episodes was kind of like cringy to watch, like just like
the
with
Seth MacFarlane.
what they were dealing with. Yeah,
The
you know
Seth
what I'm saying. But
MacFarlane. Oh, yeah.
Ted was hilarious.
All right. Okay, try. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start watching that shit probably tonight or tomorrow. Because
Yeah.
like I said, I always trust your judgment. Because sometimes you be giving me good shit to watch.
What you
So
mean sometimes? Compared to you,
sometimes, what you mean compared to
I don't
me?
recommend no movie or series unless it was great. This nigga be recommending Cheers and fucking Taxi and
Wait,
all that. I'm
wait,
like, shit I
wait a
ain't watched.
minute.
Shit I
First
never
of
watched
all,
before.
did you say you like 2 episodes of Cheers?
I
First
mean,
of
shit.
all,
2 episodes out of what? 11 seasons? That ain't nothing.
I
You
don't
know,
like Friends. I don't like none. I
I
don't
had
like
to
none.
force myself to watch those because I was like, yo, I know I'm gonna get bored at some point. Let me skip around the seasons and see if there's something I could watch.
Well, nigga, I'm not forcing you to like this shit, nigga.
Mhm. It's still not enough to get me to watch the whole damn 11 seasons. Now, when you talk about shit that I actually grew up on, like One Day at a Time and Laverne and Shirley,
Okay.
that's different because I watch those like religiously.
All right. Well, I
You know what I
know
mean?
Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley's probably coming next month, maybe. So
Right.
okay.
It ain't too many series right now that I'll be like, yo, Greg, you gotta watch this. This is so great. Yeah. The only thing I told you to watch was the Tyler Perry film, the Mia Cooper. 'Cause I thought it was good, and we got
I
our
already
own
saw
black
that shit.
people shitting on it, and I don't know why. Kelly did her thing in that
And I
film.
don't, I don't, and I don't like that movie like that. I don't see you
And
of
you love
all
Tyler
people.
Perry. That's the thing. You seen more Tyler Perry
Wait,
movies than
wait,
me.
wait a minute. I never said I love Tyler Perry. I said I like Tyler Perry, but sometimes he can do some suspect shit. I'm not
You have definitely seen more Tyler Perry movies than me. 'Cause I didn't watch Madea movies like that.
Of course, I've seen more Tyler Perry. 'Cause I need something to watch when I got too drunk or high and shit. What the fuck you think?
And like just from a movie watching, just from a movie fan like me watching it, I thought it was a good film. Like now, I don't know how people ranking it with the best murder mysteries or crime or passion thrillers all time, but to me, it was a good film. I think Kelly Rowland did her thing.
Well, we can talk about that movie.
That to me is her. That's her gateway into getting out of Beyonce's shadow and going on her own, doing her own thing.
Yeah, she did a thing in the movie. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but the movie
she's a good
itself,
actress.
we'll talk about the movie. Don't worry, we'll
If
talk about it next
if
week.
you want to know how to get out of Beyonce's shadow, that is the way.
Shit. Anyway,
Connie Vino,
we'll
what's
talk
good?
about
Connie said, I saw Flash at the drive-in. It was okay, but I went because Queen did the soundtrack. I don't think that the movie was the best, but not bad. I agree. It's not I don't know. Some people think it's a classic because they grew up with it. I grew up with the movie, but I don't say it's a classic like that.
it's a cult classic.
Yeah. It's like I've watched it a couple times, but it's not like one of my favorite films all time.
Definitely. Anyway, what was I say? But yeah, man, it's like
Reg, that is the way. Kelly Rowland got the answer. That is the way to get out of Beyonce's shadow. You know what I'm saying? Latoya Luckett did it when she was on Raising Canaan. I'm still waiting for Latavia and Farrah to get the answer, but that is the way to get out of Beyonce's shadow and do your own thing. Kelly Rowland's gonna be a good actress as long as she get
but
good movie roles. Huh?
you act like the chick never had like a #1 album or a single. Y'all, you forget she been putting out heat for years and shit.
Yeah,
And acting.
but when she came out, people overlooked her. They focused more on Solange than Kelly Rowland as an artist. You know what I'm saying? People overlook Kelly like that, but like I never even listened to none of her albums like that.
I ain't gonna hold it. Solange. unpopular opinion. Solange got some better heat than Kelly. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what I'm saying. And they focus more on Beyonce's sister.
Because
You know
not
what I'm
just
saying?
see that the table, not just see
Right.
that's Solange Angel album from like 08.
Right.
Come on.
But there
Come
was a
on, so
time when
that
Solange was like a DJ or something, right? She was like spinning records.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And they talked more about that than what Kelly was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, as long as Kelly keeps getting good movie roles, I think she's gonna be a good actress in Hollywood. And that I think she did her thing in that movie. I don't know what the hell these people saying about it was garbage. And I'm like, obviously y'all are like crime thriller experts for you to be saying shit like that. You know, because I don't watch Lifetime, so if they're ranking it up against like the best Lifetime thrillers, then they might know more than me about it. But just from a movie watching standpoint, I thought it was a good film.
We'll talk about that one day. I'm debating if I want to do that movie or Purple Rain first.
We gotta do Purple Rain. That's 40 years this year.
Yeah, Purple Rain is coming. Purple Rain is
That's a
definitely
must.
coming.
That is a must.
Purple Rain. Okay, so because Prince's anniversary death is next month too, so let's do Mia Copa first, then we can do Purple Rain.
Yeah. We got to get Lashia on here, so Lashia could give us her woman's perspective. Where does Mia Copa where does Mia Cooper rank in the all-time crime of passion films? You know,
that's funny.
It's not beating Basic Instinct. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not touching that.
It should be in the same sentence.
Nah, it ain't touching that. It might not even touch Fatal Attraction either.
Should be in the same sentence either.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna rank crime of passion, murder mystery type of movies, those two are like at the top for me.
Definitely. I see what you're saying. But I'm gonna end this off right here because I gotta talk to Mike about some stuff. But yeah, this has been a fun ass review. Ain't gonna hold. This has been a fun ass review. So tomorrow at 11 p.m. we're gonna talk about Freeway with his first album, Philadelphia Freedom.
Ooh.
Excuse me, Philadelphia Freeway. Excuse me. Yeah, this album came out 2003. Yeah, 2003. You know what I'm saying? Just getting us ready for the Beanie Wednesday. Getting y'all ready for that shit.
Even though what we do is wrong.
One of Just Blaze's best beats, man.
Yes,
come on, man.
Yes.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Come on, man.
Also, Wednesday, we're going to talk about En Vogue. Lashia is going to join us for this one Wednesday at 10 p.m. EV3 album, which I'm not a big fan of that album, but
I have only heard it once, so I'm gonna go back and listen to it after all these years and see what I think about it.
Yeah. Even though it has the best song, in my opinion, Don't Let Go. Spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? You know, the En Vogue I like is the En Vogue with all the members. Once Don left, I don't know what the fuck they would do.
They haven't been the same since.
Yeah. Plus they had label issues at that time too with Sylvia Rose. You already know how that shit goes. And then Thursday, we're gonna do a Christian's Request with Yvonne's Fair with the Bitches Back. Originally, I was gonna pre-record this one for Saturday, but Saturday I was caught up on some shit, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna go live for this one. And then Saturday at 4 p.m. we're gonna be Common with the Electric Circus album.
Ooh. I finally want to talk about that one, huh?
Ant's finally gonna be free. I told him, I was like, okay, Ant. All right, because I'm gonna be in Greensboro that whole weekend anyway. So, yeah. Shout out to AJ. You know, shout out to AJ. Yeah, that's because I know that night we're gonna get fucked up. So that's why I was like, look, if we gotta talk about, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
oh boy, don't get too drunk and call it a classic now.
I kind of call it an arguable classic.
You're crazy.
I say it's the arguable.
I must say what. Who is Ant? Is Converse joining us or just Ant?
I'm gonna tell Cavase. I'm gonna tell Cavase, but most
I
likely
want to definitely hear what y'all got to say about that album because y'all are tripping if you think that's a classic.
I say it's a personal classic to me
Oh, it's a
because
personal classic. Oh,
personal classic. I know
yeah.
arguable classic, personal classic. You know what I'm saying. But that whenever I think Soulquarians, that's like one of the first albums I'll be thinking of. No lie.
Love Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Now that's a movie that I grew up with. Purple, like being like the only kid in my class to watch that when the other kids couldn't watch it because Apollonia showing her titties and shit. Come on, that soundtrack is one of the best all time.
Yes,
You know,
I'm joining Morris's group.
whap.
Just leave me alone.
You jealous?
He don't care about you.
So many quotables in that. Just in that scene alone, there's so many quotables.
Hold on. What's my line? You listen to what I say. Do you hear me? Terrence Williams was crazy in that movie.
Remember when he gets Apollonia back to the crib and he's like playing that music. It sounded like a lady was crying. A woman was crying or something. Yeah.
I read a theory that he actually recorded his mom crying after being abused and shit, and he just used.
No way.
That's a theory. That's a theory on the character and shit.
Wow. Oh, that was the mother in the movie crying.
Yeah, not his real life mother.
Oh. The mother was getting abused by the dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or one of my favorite lines. What the fuck is wrong with you, kid?
Right? You long-haired faggot.
Yo, let me watch that movie tonight. Hold up.
Oh man. No. That's when you know you grew up with a movie when you could like know all the dialogue and quote it.
Right. Hold on. Hold on. That one line.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you stay a while? See how it's done. Then Jerome straightened his ass up. So sexy.
The part where he told Lisa and Wendy, "Can't you get it through your fucking head? I'm not doing this stupid music."
Yeah, we get it.
I like the part when they went back to the dressing room and was it Lisa? Lisa told his ass off. Or was it Wendy? I get confused. Who was the chick with the short hair? It was Wendy?
I think that was Lisa.
That was Lisa? Okay.
Personally, I feel like that wasn't even scripted. Some of them shit was not even scripted.
Yeah, it looked too real, yo.
Let me stop. I love Prince.
This was the behind the scenes at what the revolution was going through.
But have you ever seen the Rick James Glow video though?
Yeah.
I tell you that he tried to do his own Purple Rain with that.
Yeah, he did was looking like Prince-ish on the album cover with the blonde hair and shit.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I'm just like Rick. This is like when that Glow. I love the Glow album, but yeah, it had some Prince-esque kind of vibe.
Yeah,
the Flag, the Glow, even the Wonderful album too. Come on.
Facts.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna call it a night right here, shit, cause I gotta get some shit done. But appreciate this try as usual.
Yep. All right.
I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.